we have case 1 when the aeroplane is not directly above the river. Okay, this is not directly above the river. So in this case, you have your plane here. This is the height of the plane from the ground level. This is the ground level. This is the height of the plane. Here is your aeroplane. And I call this point A. And let's say this is our river. CD is our river. Okay, and what is given here? The angle of depression is given. That means the observer is at A on the aeroplane. He is observing this bank at D, and another bank he is observing at C. Okay. So, and the angle of depression, since the angle of depression is given, we'll draw horizontal here. Okay. And now we'll see what angle of depression are given. It is given to be 45 degree and 60 degrees. So that means this is our 60 degree and this must be our 45 degree. These are the angle of depression of the two banks at C and D. If this is 60 degree, then this must be 60 degree and this must be 45 degree. Let us call the point that is just vertically below the aeroplane, that is here. Let us call this point B. Okay. Now we have finished the diagram. Now let's see what measurements are given. This aeroplane is in altitude of 250 meters. That means this length AB is 250 meters. Okay. And any other length given? No other length you see in the problem is given. And you will have to express the answer correct to the nearest whole number. So this is also now among the type 1 and type 2 figures. So let us proceed to find out CD, the length of CD. How do you find out? First of all, you will consider this, you will find out DB and then you will find out CB. In order to find out DB, we will consider this right angle triangle, the smaller one. So we have and 60 is equal to AB by DB. And tan 60 is root 3. AB is 250 and this is DB. That means DB is 250 by root 3. Okay. So we have got the length of DB. Let us proceed now to find out the length of CB. In order to find out CB, we shall consider the bigger right angle triangle, ACB. So we have tan 45 degree is equal to AB by CB. Tan 45 is 1, length of AB is 250, and we need to find out the length of CB. So therefore, the length of CB is 250 meters. Okay, so we have found out the length of DB and we know the length of CB. So therefore, what is this length? The entire length CB minus the length DB. Hence, width of the river is equal to CD, which is equal to CB minus DB. CB we have calculated this to be 250 and DB is we have calculated above to be 250 by root 3. Now we shall find out the value of this. Okay, how to find out the value of this? See, from these two you can take 250 common. Once you take 250 common, you get 1 minus 1 by root 3. Now in 1 by root 3, you have denominator as irrational. So therefore, you will make it rational. Okay, 250, 1 minus root 3 by 3. Now you will put the value of root 3. Now you will divide 1.732 divided by 3 at 0.577. Now if you subtract 1 minus 0.577 is 0.423, which is this 250, not 20. And therefore, if you multiply, you have a 0 here, so you better write this as 25 into 10 into 0.423. Now if you multiply with 10.423, one decimal place will shift towards the right, so you'll get 25 into 4.23, and therefore when you multiply these two, you get 105.75. But you have to express the answer in correct to the nearest whole number, so therefore you can write this as 106 meters correct to the nearest whole number. This is one. Okay, we'll now see the second case, where the plane here, in the first case we had the plane not directly above the river. This time we'll have the plane directly above the river. So we'll consider case 2. When the aeroplane is directly above the river. So what should be your diagram? As I told you, you will have this as your river. Okay, and you have your aeroplane directly above this river. Say here, this is my A, this is my aeroplane. Okay, and what happens that an observer on the aeroplane observes the banks of the river. That means what are the lines of sight? From A, you have this line of sight, and again from A here, you have another line of sight. Okay, and from A, this is the height of the plane from the ground, the perpendicular distance. This is the height. Now, this is my horizontal also. This is my horizontal. Why am I drawing the horizontal here? Because the angles of depression are given. And what are the angles of depression given? The angles of depression are given to be 60 degree and 45 degree. So that means this might be my 60 degree and this might be my 45 degree. You can take the other way around also. In this case, in this kind of figure, there's no restriction actually on the angle of depression which to take. But if the angle of depression is when they're talking about this kind of a figure and the angle of depression, then you will have to be very careful with the angles. Remember always, as I told you, that the angles far away from this perpendicular will always be the smaller angle. You can remember it this way. Okay. Okay. So this is 60 degree and 45 degree. These are the angle of depression given. Also, what is given is the height of the aeroplane, which is 250 meters. This is the perpendicular distance of the aeroplane from the ground. And we need to calculate the length of CD. So again, we shall apply. This is again type 1, type 2. This problem is a combination of type 1, type 2. So uh, let's start with the solution. If this is 60, this is also 60. This is 45, and let us call this point B. So considering this triangle here, we have tan 45 is equal to AB by BD. Tan 45 is 1, AB is 250, and we need to calculate BD. So that means we are getting the length of BD as 250 meters. Once we have considered this, now we shall consider this right angle triangle. That means tan 60. Also, tan 60 degree is equal to AB by CB. That means root 3 is equal to 250 by CB.
So we have to find it out now, your CD again.
Yes, because you're considering two cases, no?
Yes.
That is why you
But
have to
here we
find
have
out.
to add.
Yeah, here we have to add
Okay, sir.
250 by root 3. We have found out CD. Both are in meters, and therefore, here what is the length of CD? CB plus BD. Hence, width of the river. CD is equal to CB plus BD. So this is what is the length of CB? CB we have found out to be 250 by root 3, and BD we have found out to be 250. Okay. Now how to simplify this? Take 250 common. You get 1 by root 3 plus 1. Rationalize the denominator. Root 3 by root 3 into root 3 plus 1. You get 250 root 3 by 3 plus 1. Now put the value of root 3. 250, 1.732 divided by 3 plus 1. So this is 250 into 0.577 plus 1. So this is 250 into 1.577, and this is 25 into 10 into 1.577. So this is 25 into 15.77. And if you multiply these two, this should come to 394.25 meters, which is equal to 394 meters.
So answer is 395 meter.
Fine, 395. Correct to the nearest whole number. 94 is also correct to the nearest whole number. 95 is also correct to the nearest whole number. Correct to the nearest whole number. Okay. So that's how you solve this problem. uh, in fact, this was a long problem, and it covered both the types, type 1 and type 2, both. Okay. Let us now move on to the next problem, number 10. The angles of depression of the top and the bottom of an 8-meter tall tower from the top of a multi-storied building are 30° and 45°. What is the difference between tower and building? Towers are much higher, buildings are shorter. Okay. From the top of a multi-story building are 30° and 45°. So the angles of depression are given. Okay. Find the height of the multi-storied building and the distance between the two buildings correct to the nearest decimal place. Correct to two decimal places. Fine. So let us take a tower here. This is a long tower. And this is your building. And this is your ground level. Okay. And the angle of depression from the top and the bottom, the angle of depression of the top and bottom of an 8-meter tall building from the top of a multi-story building. So this is my building here. And which one is the top of the building? This one. And this is my tower. Which is the top of the tower? This one. And which is the bottom of the tower? This one. So the angle of depression of the top, that means the observer is standing here. Observer is at a depressed position. The angles of depression of the top and bottom of an 8-meter tall building. Now, what do you mean by angle of depression of the top and bottom of the multi-storied building? This is not a tower, multi-storied building. Fine. The multi-storied building. Anyway, whether you call it a tower or a multi-storied building has to be higher than a building. Okay. So this is the top of the tower. Let us call it A. A is the top of the tower. B is the bottom of the tower. The angle of depression of the top of the tower. What do you mean by angle of depression of the top of the tower? Angle of depression of the top of the tower means, yes, angle of depression means the observer is not here. Otherwise, this would be the angle of elevation. Observer is here. Okay. That is why the angle of depression is given, because the observer is looking down. And when the observer is looking down from the top of the multi-storied building to the top of the building, this is line of sight, right? And this is the horizontal. Fine. This becomes your, this angle here, if you see, this becomes the angle of elevation of the top of the multi-storied building. Okay. And what about the bottom of the multi-storied building? Again, the observer is here at A. This time, he is observing the bottom of the building, like this. Okay. So angle of depression of the top of the multi-storied building and the bottom of the multi-storied building. Okay. So that means these two angles here are, this angle is 45° and this angle is 30°. These two are the angles of depression given. And we drop a perpendicular from here, and let us call this point M, and let us call this point D, call this point C, so that CD becomes our building. And what is given? The length of this building is given, the height of this building is given. How much is the height of this building given? It is given to be 8 meters. Okay, and you will have to find out the height of the multi-storied building, that is AB you will have to find, and you will have to find out the distance between the building. Distance between the building means this length, DB, you will have to find out. Okay, so let's see which one to find out first. So first what you must observe is that CD is equal to MB must be equal to 8 meters. This much you must observe. Okay, and In order to, and also what you must observe is that if this angle is 30 degree, then this angle must be 30 degree. And if this angle is 45 degree, this angle must be 45 degree. Okay, so these two angles are also given to you. Now the question is, what is the height of the building? So we say, let the height of the multi-storied building be h. Be h. That means which one we are taking as h? We are taking this entire length as h. We are taking this entire length as h. And we say, and the distance between the two buildings be x. And the distance between the two buildings be x. So what have we assumed here? Therefore, AB must be equal to h and DB must be equal to x. Now, how many right angle triangle can you see in the figure? You can see two right angle triangles, right?
Two right angle triangle.
You can see the right angle triangle ADB or ABD, whatever. And you can see the right angle triangle AMC. These two right angle triangles you can see. Okay, so let's utilize both the right angle triangles. Let's utilize the right angle triangle ADB. In the right angled triangle ABD, tan 45 is equal to AB by DB. Tan 45 is 1, AB is h, DB we have taken as x. Let's write it here. This is x. Okay, so that means h is equal to x. This is our first equation. Now we shall consider the right angle triangle AMC. Tan, this angle is 30 degree, so tan 30 is equal to AM by CM. Okay, tan 30 is 1 by root 3 and AM, what is the height AM? This is 8 meters. So therefore AM is, this total height is h. So AM must be h minus 8, right? H minus 8. And what is CM here? CM is the same as DB. So you can write this as x. So therefore you get another equation. Cross multiply, you get x is equal to root 3 times h minus 8. That means x is equal to h root 3 minus 8. Or you can write this as h root 3 minus x is equal to 8. This is our second equation. We'll solve these two equations in order to find out h and x, because both we need to find out. We need to find out the height of the multi-storied building and we need to find out the distance between the buildings also. So we will find out both h and x. So let us first find out uh, h. Putting x is equal to h from 1 into, we get h root 3 minus h is equal to 8. That means now you can take h common. You'll get root 3 minus 1 is equal to 8. That means h is equal to 8 by root 3 minus 1. Now you multiply, you rationalize the denominator. You multiply numerator and denominator by root 3 plus 1. Okay, so you get 8 times root 3 plus 1 divided by 3 minus 1, which is 2. Now you can cancel here. So you simply get 4 times root 3 plus 1. Now you put the value of root 3. 4 times 1.732 plus 1. 4 into this is 3. Okay, this is 8 root 3. Obviously, because we are multiplying everything by, this should be 8 root 3, right? Because see root 3 and there's a bracket here. So this should also be 8 root 3. Fine. So h root 3. Okay. So this should be 8 root 3. This is 8 root 3. 3. And this is 8 root 3. And now it will cancel here. But root 3 will be there. So you have to multiply everything by root 3. That's it. This is root 3 and this will cancel again. So what you will get is equal to 4 root 3 into root 3 plus 1. Now you multiply with root 3 throughout. So you get 4 times root 3 into root 3 is 3 plus root 3. Now you put the value of root 3. 1.732. So you actually get only 4 into 3 plus 1.732 is 4.7.
The 18.928 meter.
Multiply to get 18.928 meters. And you have to express the answer correct to 2 decimal places only. You'll write this as 18 point, round it off to 18.93, correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so this was the height of the building. Now in order to find the distance between the building, you will use 1. So from 1, x is equal to h is equal to 18.93 meters, right? This was equation 1. From 1, if you see from 1, this was the equation 1. Whatever value of h you get, that must be equal to x. You'll write hence distance between the buildings buildings is equal to x is equal to 18.93 meters. That's it. Okay, I'll stop here for today.